he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
After the interception, here's Taylor. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick O'Leary from 3 yards out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
1-18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They go play action now. Palmer. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Here we go.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Fresh set of downs here.
Mirror. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Adolphus Washington coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Regular. Zebra. All right, now.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Taylor. Going deep here for Watkins. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
On third down, Taylor. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, the Bills call on the punt unit and Colton Schmidt. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Ohio!
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On second down, here's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Third and long, it's Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Ellington now to return it. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Let's go, let's go!
They go back to the air here after the INT. Screen play, Johnson. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Let's go, let's go! Blue 58!
On second down, Palmer. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
All right now, Sally 19! Sally 19!
On third down, Palmer. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Get ready.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Palmer's hit. Fumble. He loses the football. Now call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyle Williams able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. For McCoy, his fourth 100-yard game in Week 12. 2 touchdowns to boot, Charles.
And what I know he doesn't get enough credit for is toughness. Because I saw him against Cincinnati having a pretty decent game. Ended up injuring his thumb and couldn't finish that game. Had surgery on the Monday after and ended up starting and playing so well in this past game. Would you say over 100 yards rushing? And they needed every one of them in their victory.
And the wideout in motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Come on, let's go.
Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cut back left sideline. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
The timing and the faking on that play was so good, you almost think you're at a magical act, right? The magician has shown you something, and then you realize it's not really there. He's created an illusion, and the illusion was they were going to throw the football. Looked like a pass play. Instead, it turned into a draw. Offensive lineman able to get out in front. They drew the defensive line upfield and beat them at their own game, and that's why they picked up big yardage into the secondary.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On second down, Taylor. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chandler Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they're going to go soft on the corners. 3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Now it's Taylor. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and it's 4th down. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will make our score 9-0. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked off by Nickel Roby. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Bills are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now Gillisley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Taylor. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction, and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. Now Taylor. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills will extend their lead. time running out here on the play clock. Taylor will throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Partner, I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They go play action now. Palmer, flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Right now, 1-18. 1-18.
Play action. It's Palmer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Williams in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Palmer and the offense staying put. They're going to try for it on fourth down.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58.
They'll indeed go for it. Palmer. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do is,
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he's going to return.